It's Thursday. You are watching Mass Appeal. I'm Seth Stutman.
I'm Ashley Cole. We're in the kitchen because we're talking about sweet potatoes because they're sweet and they're also delicious.
And they're potatoes. And I feel like
potatoes.
if you don't like something sweet, you'll definitely like potatoes. So there's something for everybody on the show today. And you can bake them, you can mash them,
Yes.
you can fry them.
And we're going to find out even more ways to cook with sweet potatoes with personal chef Bill Collins from chefbill.com, also an author. Chef Bill, we love having you here.
I love being here, and especially with the Super Bowl coming up, because when everybody thinks about the Super Bowl, the next thing they always think about are sweet potatoes.
Always.
Always. I
Yeah.
can't think of what else would come into
You
mind.
hang out with a weird crowd.
Apparently I
would
do.
imagine.
And
The chef crowd.
The chef crowd. But actually, we're going to be doing 3 things today with the sweet potatoes. And the first one, because it is the Super Bowl, we're going to be doing a shepherd's pie. And all of the foods,
That doesn't make
shepherd's
sense.
pie and Super Bowl, well, we're getting there. And so the great thing is, all the foods, as always, come from our good friends at Whole Foods in Hadley. But the thing is about this shepherd's pie, there are some big things that are different with this. First of all, most shepherd's pie, you brown up, you cook the meat first, you throw it in, then you put potatoes on top. It can be kind of dry, kind of boring. This is none of the above. So what I've done is I put barbecue sauce in with the beef, but I didn't cook it first in the skillet. I made this like a meatloaf. And so what happened is this is now halfway cooked through. It's moist, it's flavorful, and I'm now going to put the sweet potato topping on top. I just boiled up some sweet potatoes. I cut them into pieces. I threw in some white potato too to kind of give it a different look on
Okay, I was
top.
going to say, those are really weird sweet
Yeah.
potatoes.
They are. These are very weird. Yeah, you're saying to yourself, what are those lumpy bits on there?
Lumpy bits, exactly.
Lumpy bits, because that's also a cooking term.
It's also a song.
Hey,
Can we talk about the shepherd's pie, how you did that? So
Yes.
You basically put everything into a bowl and mix it together? Is that what you did to prepare?
Yes, I did. And actually, I got this idea from a client of mine one time, and the light bulb went off, and I thought, that's the most brilliant thing ever. And make it like a meatloaf. And that's exactly what I did. Instead of browning all the foods first, I did cook up some peppers and onions just to cook them through.
Okay.
And I mixed up all the meat. And I've got, in this case, ground beef. You can go with ground turkey if you want. Also, I'm going to move this right here.
Sure.
You got ground turkey. If you want, I've got barbecue sauce. You can go with a jarred barbecue sauce. I went with a homemade barbecue sauce. I've got some Parmesan cheese, a couple of eggs, some oregano.
And the recipe's on our website.
It is. It's on the mymassappeal.com website. And this is all you do. So the bottom is halfway cooked through. And what I also did was, because depending on the meat you get, it might be a little fatty, you can always take a baster, like the only time you use it is Thanksgiving, and just take out that extra fat, and that dries it out, or not dries it out, but it doesn't make it fatty when you cut into this.
Oh, but that is a challenge when you have all that
Try
fat.
tipping it, and then next thing you know, oh, there's dinner in the sink.
Yeah, exactly.
Try talking your way out of that one when there's a crowd there.
The baster, that's a really good idea.
But Seth, this gets back to your earlier point, because this is now a Super Bowl favorite. It's got the barbecue sauce. It's an oomphy meal. It's going to feed a crowd.
I was saying, and it doesn't cost that much either, which
No,
is nice.
off the top of my head, let's see, 2 pounds of beef. This is less than $15.
And it's
much
gonna
less
feed
than,
a
lot
lot
of
of
people.
people.
And especially there's going to be so much food there. And if this is all you were eating, you could say maybe 6 or 8 servings. But since they're going to start eating cheese doodles at 3 in the afternoon,
3, maybe earlier.
Or maybe
Yeah.
Maybe.
My cheese
It's
doodle
5 o'clock
starts at
somewhere.
noon. Yeah.
exactly, Super Saturday starts the
Cheese
cheese
doodle
doodles.
o'clock somewhere.
And so this way you can get a whole bunch of portions out of this. And so just pop it in the oven at 350, and this is going to be ready at the end of the show.
Sweet potato.
Sweet potato, yes.
One
It's
way.
easy for
We
you
have
to
a couple
say.
of beers with sweet potatoes.
We've got beer on the show later, and I
Yeah,
swear I
we
haven't
do.
cracked one open.
No.
Just not enough coffee.
That's it.
All right,
Here you
so
go,
what's
I got
next?
The other thing are
you.
sweet potato fries, but they're oven fries. Easiest thing in the world. I've already peeled this sweet potato.
You know, it's
Potato.
interesting
You're
how
pronouncing it wrong.
Chef Bill says that everything is the easiest thing in the world, and he's right.
It is.
Everything he does
Because
really
if you
is.
take your time, it is easy. But this way, because if you try and cut the whole thing in half, you're just going to take fingers and toes off. But this way, cut it in half, and it's more easy, it's more manageable to cut this. Now, you want generally uniform size, and all you do is you cut it that way, and now you've got
I use steak fries.
exactly. And what you want to do is set the oven to 425, a little olive oil, salt and pepper on top, pop in the oven, but you want to turn it every 15 minutes. And you want to use a metal spatula, not a plastic spatula, because that just rips up the bottom of the potatoes. A metal spatula will get right underneath, and you'll get even browning, and you won't be leaving it all in the pan.
These are the chef secrets that we love.
These
These are the little things that make your food go from good to great.
exactly, guaranteed success, and that will make your Super Bowl party even better.
Now,
Even better.
later in the show, we're making a quintessential food because we're making the potato skins. But
Yes.
there is a theme today: sweet potato skins.
Yep, sweet potato fries. sweet potato. I almost call that sloppy joes. Sweet potato shepherd's pie.
It's close.
Well, you know, you've got the. It is.
It's a
And you get some celery, carrots, get some nacho chips. People can dip that all day long.
You know, you can use it as a dippable. That's
True.
a great idea.
That's what I figured it was a dippable.
You see, it's not as crumbly. Try saying crumbly quickly to make it dippable, but you really can. If you get a good sturdy tortilla chip, that'll go right through.
Well, we gotta load up on.
I can't wait for the big game.
Oh,
I'm so excited.
This is. Yeah, this is a great excuse to have some great food.
That's right.
you know who knows about the weather for the big game?
Who?
Yes. 22 News Storm Team meeting. Back to Massville. We're back with Chef Bill Collins and Ashley Cole, and now we're making sweet potato skins for your Super Bowl party.
And potato skins.
And
sweet potato.
the real star of the show, the potato skins.
Yes.
How do we make them?
And it's actually just a few simple steps, but they're separate steps. First thing you want to do, you can do this a day or two ahead, is you want to take your sweet potato, take it whole, and bake it in the oven. And just as you do a regular baked potato, do it with the sweet potato. Clean off the skin, stab it a few times, let any steam out, put it in the oven about 400 degrees, 45 minutes to an hour, and then take it out, let it cool down to room temperature.
What are your thoughts on a microwave?
That's fine, because
Okay.
at this step, that will be fine.
All right, as long as it cooks it.
As long as it cooks it. So then
right.
the next step, once it's cooled down, you want to cut it into sections. Because it's soft and easy to cut through, cut into sections about this size.
Potato skin section.
Potato
however you
skin
like
size.
them.
But then what you're going to do, because I just want to demonstrate this, because then what you want to do is cut that down again, and then you can just scoop out this other little bit of flesh, sweet potato there. Save that for any other meal, because you're going to be wanting to eat healthier after Sunday at midnight.
That's
That's for sure.
So sweet potato is just a great thing. So now you've got it just like this. And what you want to do is you want to put this in the oven, again, 400 degrees, about 10 minutes. In effect, you're drying out a little bit more, giving it a little bit more crust. Otherwise, it'll stay mushy. And that's an important thing. Again, there are separate steps. Not a lot of heavy lifting goes into them. So now, once that's done, you can do both of those steps a day ahead. Once that's done, the fun begins. Because then you take your sweet potato and you sprinkle on some cheddar cheese and you sprinkle on some bacon. Just those two things, and you pop it in the oven. You can put it under the broiler for about 2 or 3 minutes, or put it in, again, the 400-degree oven for about 5-7 minutes till the cheese melts.
So we take something healthy and then we make it terribly unhealthy.
Exactly,
Which is
because
great.
that's the beauty of Super Bowl Sunday.
It's not too terribly, though, right? I mean, it's just, especially these little bite size. It's
Exactly.
moderation.
Anything in moderation.
Yeah.
That's exactly
If I just
it.
have a couple of them, then
I'm not going
that's
to have
okay.
a couple of them.
No.
I'm probably going to have 8 to 10.
So, well, because what I did was, that's before the show is over.
Yeah, exactly.
Because what I did then was once it came out of the oven, I put on just a little dollop of sour cream, and I took some salted roasted pecans, chopped them up, put those on, and a little scallion garnish on top. And it's that easy to do them.
And I love how, you think of potato skins and you think of half a potato, right? I love how they're bite-sized.
Yep.
Because they're easier to munch on and eat at a party.
If this is that much bigger, you know your guests are going to leave them smeared on the sofa.
Yeah.
And this
you
way-
know what? Tomorrow on the show, though, we will show you how to clean that. But hopefully we can avoid it by making bite-sized pieces.
Exactly, and it's easier in that way because you also have that, and you're going to have your oven fries. We showed how to make these earlier. Those are ready. You just dip those in ketchup, and by doing them this way with a little olive oil and turning them over in the oven, you will get a little crust on there. You can see they browned. Otherwise, because people often say sweet potato fries are mushy. This way, by turning them over regularly, you don't need a lot of olive oil. You get a nice crust on them, and again, you can dip them into ketchup or whatever you want. And that brings us up to the main course, the shepherd's pie with the barbecue ground beef underneath. Barbecue, because barbecue sauce goes into it, and that's a great little oomph for halftime.
We were talking about how this could either be served just like that or dippable.
Yes, and you can do a dippable. Get a nice sturdy tortilla chip,
Yeah.
and then you kind
They're
of
hard to
scoop it
find,
out.
though.
They are hard to find, but it's worth testing all of them to find out that perfect tortilla chip.
You got to go through a lot of tortilla
You do,
chips.
but it's worth it.
My question is on the crispy, the crispy ones right here.
Yes.
How do you make them crispy? I've heard that, because my mistake, I crowded too much and they stay moist.
That's exactly it. What you want to do is you want to make sure they're not touching in the pan. So many other, if you're doing regular oven fries, it's not as crucial. But because of the sugars that come out and the softness of the potato, that will keep them mushy. So if you don't crowd the pan, if they all can lie flat on there, that will, and by turning them over regularly with a metal spatula, which can get right underneath, the plastic ones will separate them from the crusty bits. That way, all of that helps you get all of those steps, the olive oil, keeping them uniform size, turning them over with a metal spatula will give you that crispiness.
We'll give you this.
Try
It's
one
gonna
out.
give
nice,
you that.
crispy sweet potato fry. This is how. This is awesome.
It
so
is.
You just don't crowd the pan.
Don't crowd
metal
the pan.
spatula.
Yeah, and everybody loves them. And,
Oh.
and oven fries are just so great, they're healthy. You're not messing with a deep fryer. It's just a really fun, easy way to go. And these all say Super Bowl foods.
And they satisfy my fry craving
Yeah.
Because we have those, I have those every day.
every day.
No,
Morning,
it's a
noon, and
sickness.
night.
Yeah.
It is.
You've convinced me because when we started sweet potatoes 3 ways and then you threw the word Super Bowl in there, I said to myself, I don't know. But I would legitimately eat all of these for the big game.
It's
Chef
the
Bill?
sweetest Super Bowl party you could ever have.
Aw. Speaking of Super Bowl,
Thank you, Chef Bill.
Thank you.
Are you a Super Bowl game fan or Super Bowl commercials fan? What do you prefer?
I'm both. I'm glued to all the above.
What about you, Ashley?
I'm a food fan.
Food, then
Bring on the bean dip and the sweet potatoes.
I imagine so. It's food, then commercials, then game itself.
Yeah, I mean, the game I could,
All
take
right.
it or leave it.
Either way, the Super Bowl is days away, and whether you're a fan of the food or the commercials or the game, there's a big controversy over